Welcome back over here to the channel. Today we start episode 9 of the Mega Farm series. So sit back and relax and hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks. Good morning, everybody. So if you noticed, things are a bit different around here. So we last left off, we did a bunch of contracts and we made us some money. Well, with that money, I called a couple contracting companies, and we called we call her the Crazy Bee Lady, but we called the Crazy Bee Lady, and we got us some bees shipped out here, and we had ourselves a new shed and a new container house built and brought out. It was getting later in the year. I knew we couldn't sleep in a tent through the winter. Who does that? I think we would I don't think we would have made it. But we also went ahead and we made some land purchases as well. So we went ahead and we bought lot 56 and 47. So now we own a decent bit of this strip here. On top of it, we also went ahead and got ourselves a power washer. Tired of having this tractor all dirty. But we went ahead and got some bees so that way they could help fertilize and pollinate our fields here. I have some plans in the future with this field. We won't talk much about that right now, but in the future you'll see what we plan to do. But today we're going to kick it off and we're going to put ourselves in a small little wheat field. I think I want to get a few other fields going, and I want to be able to stagger them out so that way we can have harvests at different times and at least get to something going for the meantime. And I am driving on my field. See, I told you that's going to be hard for me to not do. I already know it. So let's whip this tractor around here. Figure out where we want to have our start and stop of the field. I think if we come out here a good little ways, at least for now. Yeah, that's not straight at all. Let us straighten this out real quick. It's alright. We'll fix it. So I think, that's not a bad little alleyway or a turnaround to separate the fields. I think we can live with that. So let us go ahead and create fields. And let's get to it. Well, I think that'll do for now. Kind of straight. I messed up a little bit there on the edge, but these fields do not have to be perfect. Eventually, we're going to turn them into something else, but for the meantime, we're going to use them as is. Actually, I see I missed that whole right side. So let us go back and knock that out really quick. Now, currently I have it to where if you drive on the fields, it will destroy them. Now, I'm not 100% confident in my abilities with driving on in this game to not drive on them. Like, I feel like I may have to do a veto down the road and sacrifice something to get that back. We will see. I'm going to do my best and not give in, so that way it gives myself more of a challenge. It's just going to be very, very difficult for me to get used to. Like I said, I am so used to just ripping through fields just to get to the other field and not worry about crop damage. So this is going to take some getting used to for sure. So, okay, we got that edge cleaned up. That's a lot better. It widened it out a little bit too. So that'll help. Plus it won't look as weird. I kind of think this field's just a little longer than my canola field. At least it looks like that. I think that's because I had to put, when I bought this plot, I had to put my tent in line on my property, and we weren't able to make it as long. But we'll check the plots later. Plot sizes. Alright, let's back this cultivator in really quick. Almost had it. First try. There we go. We're going to have to pull our mower out really quick to get it out of the way. We'll go ahead and park it next to the roller just to get it out of the way for now. Let's get our seeder. The shed's almost perfect size. Fits the tractor, it fits the seeder perfectly. I think it was a good buy. I think it'll work out for us, especially in the long term. Okay, we want to plant wheat. There we go. Let's let her rip. kind of like these little fields. They don't take long at all to take care of. I think I got that corner. Alright. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and park this seeder really quick and go ahead and grab our roller. And I do think we're going to go ahead and make another purchase this episode. Now, I really have to be careful with what we spend. However, I think with the bees in place, and that gives us a producible income, it'll help. However, we still need to watch what we spend because we're still going to have to buy a harvester. And that's not going to be cheap. I've kind of got a couple plans when it comes to that. We're going to be watching the used market. Hopefully we can pick one up for cheap. But yeah, we're crossing our fingers there. So let's hope we can make some, some decent money before we get to that point. I definitely think it's doable. Matter of fact, I know it's doable. It's just going to take some grinding on our part. But that's okay. Now, back to what I was saying as far as the driving on the field part that I'm really going to have an issue with. Now, if it does become an issue for me, I think what we'll do is I will crank up the difficulty for the economy and make it that much harder. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just deal with it for now and learn to put up with it. Now, one issue I'm finding is on the edge of these fields, just because we've pretty much butted up to the next side, when I go to seed or when I go to roll and I get up to that area, it won't hit that area. That's why you see me having to go like I was hitting the headlands when I was seeding. Right here. There we go. Let's fold this roller back up and we'll take it back. And I think we are going to go shopping. As much as I really don't need to be spending more money currently, I think we're going to go shopping for a sprayer. So that way we can do herbicide and we can do we'll do liquid fertilization. And I think if we do pick one up on our way into town, we will take our honey. If I can back this up properly. Oh, goodness. Get it together here. There we go. Wasn't perfect. So, okay. Let's take a peek in the shop here. No used sprayers. There's hardly anything used right now. Okay. Let us check the market. See, I've never used these. You know, I think we're going to hold off on the sprayer currently. I'm not exactly sure what's going to work on this tractor. So, we're going to do some experimenting. Not right now, but we're going to definitely do some experimenting to see which will work. So, most likely by next episode, we'll have something figured out. So, let us change our camera angle. And let us pick up our pallets of honey. Now, I do have super strength on. Definitely won't abuse it. However, I do feel like these pallets of honey, we can easily pick them up and move them. So, I don't think we're abusing them in that, or abusing it in that way. Look at that. We got 3 full pallets of honey. You know what? Since we're taking a trip to the store anyway, we'll take this last pallet. Let us go ahead and put our straps on. I think that'll do. Fire this tractor up. Let's get to town. Now, I believe I can sell this at the farmer's market. I'm hoping we can sell this at the farmer's market. I have not tested that. Worst case scenario, we'll figure it out. So I will see you once we get to the market. Alright, made it over here to the farmer's market. Let's hope we can sell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can we sell it here? You've got to be kidding me. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, would we go to the warehouse? Oh, I'm so not sure. Maybe. Why would it. Hold on. Hold on. Let us check in here really quick. Honey. It says we can sell it at the farmer's market. Tag, please. Where do we sell it then? It says we can sell it here at the farmer's market. Is it here we gotta sell it? There we go. Sweet. So that gave us an additional $8,561 just for some honey. Not bad. Not bad at all. That'll definitely keep us afloat. I think we'll be able to pay off our loan pretty quick, and we will be on our way to a mega farm before we know it. I think we've already got ourselves a decent start. I think we've made quite a bit of progress already, even though, you know, we're pretty much just beginning. Now, I could make longer episodes and could get, you know, we could do a lot more per episode. However, I'm not sure if that's what you guys like or not. I'm not sure if you guys like these shorter form films or videos, or if you like longer form videos. But until I get some feedback on that, we're going to just run these shorter videos for now and see how you guys like them. I feel like I'm improving on my editing skills every video, and I want to keep getting better with them. Yeah. So far, I'm definitely enjoying this Mega Farm series. Um, I've had some, I'm going to say, more difficult decisions on deciding how I wanted to go about things. That is for sure. But I think we'll make do. Alright, let's go ahead and park our trailer. Perfect. And we will park our tractor for right now. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this episode of the Mega Farm series. If you liked it, please like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And you guys have yourselves a great day. Peace.